Hi everyone, it's Desiree. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to go over some of my favorite pens and markers that I like to use in my planners because I do like to use some different ones, even on the same layout, just to change it up a little bit. So I wanted to go over those, and I believe, I don't know if I've done a video, I can't remember if I've done a video showing like my favorite pens or favorite tools that I like to use in my planner, but they have changed. I had some favorites, which I'll show you, maybe I'll show you at the beginning, which ones used to be my favorites and why I don't like using them anymore, and then why I love the ones that I'm currently using. So I'm gonna use, to do some like little pen tests and stuff, just this little mini happy planner. Probably just this sheet, to try to see how, I'm pretty sure all of these pens, I don't think any of them bleed. I've never had issues with any of the ones I'm using bleeding through any of my planners. They might shadow just a little bit, but for me that's fine. In the past I've had some that bled through more than I would like, and I've just made sure to use those type of markers or pens on a sticker only, like a colorful box. So but all of these honestly, I can use them just straight onto the paper and I don't have any issues with them. So for me, they're good. All right, so I'm gonna start off with the ones that I really used to love and don't really use anymore, which I feel are like the ones that everybody starts off with or everybody kind of raves about a lot. So the first one is this Papermate Flare, which I still buy these because I loved them so much, but I don't know why. They just are not my favorite anymore. So I'm gonna write over here, Papermate. I think, you know what I think it is? I think it's because when I write, it's really scratchy. Like it feels like it's constantly catching on the paper for whatever reason. Like the paper is gritty. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like when I write, it's not smooth, and yeah, it just feels scratchy. Oh, I probably should use a different piece of paper because that one's not going to be a good one. Let me get a different one so that way you can see how if it shadows through. So let me try this again. But yeah, it's not smooth. And recently, like, I've been just writing in my planner with my regular writing. I haven't been like, I used to be really into trying to letter and writing really slowly and making it look really pretty, but honestly I don't really have time for that, so I just write the normal way I write in my planner. Sometimes it's sloppy, sometimes it isn't, and this one honestly does feel like it catches on the page for whatever reason. I don't know why. And then they started drying out. Like I started going through them really quickly. I was always constantly having to buy them, so that was another issue that I was having with this. But I know a lot of people still prefer these, and if you do, then that's cool. But for me, they just are not my favorite anymore. And then another one that isn't my favorite anymore is this Papermate Inkjoy gel pen. I've always had issues with gel pens because they tend to skip when I write. This one didn't really give me that issue as much, but I think because I started using other gel pens that I started noticing that this one just wasn't as, I don't know, maybe it's because it's not as bold. It seems kind of, sometimes it doesn't write as smoothly as I would prefer. So I mean, they're still very good pens to have and to use in your planner because they don't really shadow through too much. I mean, obviously the Papermate is going to shadow more than the Inkjoy, or the Flare is going to shadow more than the Inkjoy, since the Flare is more of like a marker, but it's not horrible. I don't even know if you can tell on camera. I can see it in person, but for me it's not bad. So yeah, those two are not my favorites, but I still have them. I still use them sometimes. I'm going to show you the ones that are my absolute favorite right now. And I received one of these. I actually never purchased any of these. I was gifted one by my planner bestie Sarah from Creating with Sarah. She gave me my first one, and then like within that same week I was sent like 3 more from another planner friend. So I've been lucky that I've been gifted these, and they were brought into my life, and now they are my absolute favorite, and I'm actually gonna probably buy more of these soon because I love them so much. So they are these tool pens. You can find these at, like, if you're trying to find them locally in stores, you can find them at Office Depot. And they're actually, I mean, they're a little bit, they're going to be more expensive than obviously these, but they're not like super expensive. So yeah, I'll make sure to link everything. I believe I can find everything on Amazon and link it. I don't have a shop yet. I'm trying to figure that out and do that. So hopefully soon I'll have like an Amazon shop, but I'll make sure to link all of these items so you can check out the prices and all that. But yeah, these are just the tool pens. I love them because they're, I don't know, they're just pretty also just to look at. But I have I have 2 mediums. These 2 are medium. I love the white ones. They have white with some different like metal accents that I want to get because they're just pretty and I love them, and I love how they write too. So I have 2 mediums. I have the black and then I have the white, and then this one's a needle point. It's like a fine point, which I love. I love using both the different points in my planner. So I'm just gonna write over here, tool pen. It just writes so smooth, and that's why I love them so much. I've never had an issue with them skipping, so that's another reason why I really like them in my planner, because that is annoying when they skip. But yeah, those are the 2 medium, and then you have the fine point right there, and then this is the same, a little bit of shadowing. That's about it. I love those so much. They're my favorite. I'm gonna buy more of these probably soon because I just love them so much. So those are the tool pens, and then another pen that I really like to use, actually it's more of a marker type pen, are these Microns. I have them in, I have a lot of different points. So I have a PN, which is like this type of point, like that. And then I have the 0.5 point and a 0.1, which is like really, it's not the thinnest, but it's not the smallest, but it's pretty small. This one's the smallest. This is 0.05. It's super tiny, and I love having like the really thick ones and the super fine ones in my planner, which I'll show an example of how I use these 2 in a spread. All right, so I'm gonna do Micron PN. I feel like this is somewhat similar to a Papermate flare. It's just when I write, it's not scratchy. I feel like even when I'm writing with the Papermate flare, you can hear how scratchy it is, which kind of drives me a little crazy, the sound of it. All right, so here's the 0.5. This is a thicker one too. So I have the Micron 0.5. Yeah, that one's pretty thick. And then the 0.1. And then the Micron 0.05. So yeah, I love the different thicknesses of those markers. Oops. And then there's the back. So yeah, Microns. They are awesome. They have a bunch of their different sizes, I believe. I don't think I have all of them. And they have different colors that you can get. I always get the black though, because honestly, I used to buy all the colors, but now I just use black in my planner. So I don't bother with buying colors anymore. And you can find these, I get them at Michael's. I'm pretty sure you can find them at other places, but I like to get them at Michael's. Use a coupon. That's always the way I like to do it, but you can find them on Amazon too, I'm sure, or maybe even other craft stores. But yeah, love the Microns, and I'll show you an example of how I've used both of these pens in a spread. Okay, so I have this spread right here where I used my Microns, and then I also used a tool pen. So I like to, it's kind of like bolding, just bolding maybe one word or a certain set of words just to, I don't know, make it look a little different. So I have like message, I have to message about my Scentsy order, and then I put that in just the regular, like the thinner point. Starbucks, need to reload my card, or like any car payment or like card payments I need to make. So yeah, certain words I'll bold, and then the other one, and then I'll just write underneath it with a thinner point. That's normally how I like to use them in my planner. I just like the different thicknesses. I just like the way it looks. So that's why I do that in my planner. All right, so I'm gonna move on to another set of gel pens that I really like using. I just started getting these recently. So they are these Simply Gilded pens. These are really pretty. I love the way they look. I think they're a lot of fun, but they also write very nicely, especially for a gel pen, because I've always had issues with gel pens in the past, but these are really nice. So I'm gonna just write Simply Gilded. Yeah, I never have issues with these skipping or anything. I like how bold it is, the point. I don't know, it's just really pretty. It's a really nice pen. And I love the designs of the pens. They're just really, they're gorgeous. They always, I get the boxes from Simply Gilded, so it always comes with a pen that is, coordinates with the theme of the box. So that's why I like getting the box, because I love getting the pens. I love getting the accessories in that box. These pens you can buy individually on their website. They are $10 each for one pen, and that's why I like getting the box, because the whole box, including shipping, is $35, and you always get a pen and a bunch of other items. So for me, I feel like the value is there to buy the box, because I love the pens and the accessories. So that's why I have so far 4 of these. I've had 4 boxes. But yeah, I love these pens. They're really good, and like I said, they're very cute too. And they have a good weight to them. They're not like cheapy or anything. So even though they are $10, which is expensive for one pen, they're good quality. I think they're really nice. All right, so that is the Simply Gilded. Love using those in my planner. I don't think those bleed either. Yeah, no, the same type of shadowing as all the others. And then another pen that a lot of people have been raving about, which honestly, when I first tried this pen, I was like, why is everybody saying this is a good pen? Because mine was horrible. I think I had a dud in my pack, and I tried my other ones, and then I realized, oh yeah, it's a good pen. So it's this Sharpie S-Gel. I'm sure everybody's like heard about this one. This is like the new pen that everybody's like talking about. I got this one at Target, but I believe you can find it on Amazon, and they have like different points. This one's a 0.7. So it's kind of a thicker point. I really want to try the thinner ones, like the finer points. So let me write over here, Sharpie S-Gel. Yeah, it's a really nice gel pen. It doesn't skip. It writes really smooth. It's not scratchy, so that's good. But yeah, compared to the Papermate Inkjoy, I just feel like these two gel pens compared to that one just isn't as bold, or these look nicer in my opinion. So I think that's why I've turned away from these two over here, because I just prefer these other options more than those two. So those are all the pens that I like to use. Another thing I do like to use, not so much in my planner, but I do use with these pens, when it comes to note taking and stuff, is some mild liners. I love mild liners mainly because I love the colors, and I just think they're really pretty, the colors. Compared to like a regular highlighter, you know, those like fluorescent yellow and pinks and greens, these are just pretty to have when you're note taking. I wish I would have had these when I was in school, because they are so pretty. But yeah, I like using these when I'm taking notes, or if I actually use these in my budgeting too, to like color coordinate certain categories. And I also use them when I'm kind of trying to figure out my videos. I don't show any of it. It's more just note-taking type of stuff, but I color coordinate the videos that I'm doing for the month. So yeah, these are great to use. I feel like I haven't had any issues using these with any of these, any of my favorite markers or pens when it comes to like bleeding or anything like that. I can't remember if these bled. I used to have, okay, that one bleeds a little bit. I used to have a lot of issues with that one. That's why I never used, with the Papermate Flare, I used to have a lot of bleeding issues. That's why I never used the mild liners as much, because, or I would have to like do a line first and then red on top of it, which is kind of annoying. Because I don't want to highlight that way. It's not as bad. It's just a little bit of bleeding, but all the other ones are pretty good. I feel like they don't bleed as much as the Flare. But yeah, I love the mild liners. You can find those. I get mine at Michael's, but you can find them online too. These are great to use in your planner. All right, and then the last thing I want to show you is just my favorite pencils that I like to use, which are just the mechanical pencils. I always have these on hand because sometimes if I'm not sure, like if something will fit, like a word will fit, I will normally trace it out first a little bit, and then I will go over it with one of the markers, and then it's like a really bad example because I did a horrible job writing that, but yeah, I will normally go over it with a marker and then I will erase it. Probably not right now because it'll bleed, but eventually I'll erase it, and I feel like these are good. They have a good eraser on the top. I don't ever have any issues once I let this dry with like smudging or anything when it comes to this eraser, and I just love mechanical pencils, and I like these because they are fun and colorful. I just love the colors they come in. So yeah, those are all the writing items that I like to use. Alright, so I hope you guys all enjoyed watching this video. I know that for me, I always get like new pen suggestions from other planners. Like these tool pens, I would have never tried them unless, you know, I was sent these and I was given one of them. I probably would have never tried them, honestly. And Microns, I forgot where I heard these from, but honestly, all of these were, except for like mild liners, I already knew about these. Everything else was all stuff that I kind of heard from other planners that they were good. So that's always, I feel, the best way to learn about new pens is to check out some that other planners love. So I hope I was able to show you some new ones that maybe you can try out. Let me know down in the comments if you have any other pens that maybe I should try out, because I know there's a ton of pens. There's lots of pens out there that I haven't tried. So yeah, let me know down in the comments which ones are your favorites, and hopefully I can get to try those out. But yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed watching this video. Hopefully it was somewhat informative, and if it was, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of my videos, please hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you guys all in the next one.